If you follow the Bible to make money, you'll be poor all your life. That's why the poorest people are in church. There is a harmony to all of Scripture. There are no contradictions. The contradictions only exist in the figment of men's imagination that lacks clarification and understanding. So when there seems to be contradictions, they are only in the mind of the reader, not in the Bible. So where there seems to be a contention on a subject matter, key things that ought to be decided or delivered are: number one, is this subject matter written in the books of the Bible? We don't waste our time on fables. Somebody is asking me, where did Cain find his wife to marry? That's not the subject matter of the Bible. Anywhere he found his wife, he found wife and he married. The Bible is not a chronology of marriages. It's the message of Christ. So such issues are irrelevant in the scheme of Bible study. So the intent of the Bible is to unveil God's redemptive plan. God's redemptive plan. How God in his mercy stepped into the mess of man and fixed the mess of man by the sacrifice of his son. That's the message of the Bible. The Bible is not a book for material wealth. No, you don't use the Bible to teach money making. No, it is a poor material for money making. Very poor. If you follow the Bible to make money, you'll be poor all your life. That's why the poorest people are in church. There is no connection between theology and economics. They are not connected in any way. Will give you money. That's what you read in the Old Testament. Think with me. Solomon was a king. No king was broke. Solomon doesn't need to give God offering for God to make him wealthy. By his natural office, he was wealthy. Remember, all the wealth of David was kept for Solomon. He wasn't a broke man looking for money. So he didn't need to offer offerings to make wealth. He was already wealthy. And Solomon was very wicked. He oppressed poor people, oppressed them with taxes, serious taxes, and collected and collected. That's why when his children came, they said, our fathers use smaller measures. We will flog you with scorpions. Because they learned the tricks from their father. fulfilled. That's why politicians keep amassing wealth and they are not satisfied. They keep, because there's a vacuum in them seeking for fulfillment that money cannot satisfy. The reason is because that space, only eternal realities will fill it.